Hello, friends. I'm so glad you could join me today. I am documenting my journey on becoming debt free again, so welcome to Second Chance Budgeting. I'll be exploring cash stuffing and unstuffing, finding ways to increase my income, and saving towards some big goals, all while digging myself out of debt once again. I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel. I would love to have you join me during my adventures. Today, I'm going to be stuffing my very first paycheck of May, and this month I do have 3 paychecks. But this is going to be the first one. So I'm going to be stuffing a total of 1,284 today. And I didn't quite get the mix of bills that I wanted, so I hope you'll bear with me. But let's give it a quick count, make sure everything's here before we get started. So I've got 100, 200, 300, 50, 400, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 20, 40, 60, 88, 20, 40, 60, 89, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1,000, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 1,284. So May, I cannot believe it's already here. The time is just going really quickly. Like 2025 is flying by. But for those of you who might not have seen my tax refund cash stuffing, I do have a new binder today. And so I'll explain that when I get to it. But before we get into that, I want to go ahead and stuff my basic categories. So my food, gas, and other. So I do this at the very beginning of every month. And that is a total of $390 that I put into those categories. So for food, I'm going to put in 200. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82. For gas, I always put in 100. I may revisit that amount a little bit later, but for right now, that's fine. So 20, 40, 60, 81. All right. And then other, I'm going to put in $90. So 20, 40, 60, 80, and I'm going to put it in a 10 for laundry. There's 90. Awesome. All right, and then the rest of the money is going into sinking funds. So let's see. My first one and last one in this binder is going to be giving. So I'm going to put $10 in there. So I've got 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 96, and 97. All right. And let's get into savings and debt. I'm going to put in $10 for medical. So off to the side. Okay, so this is one of my placeholders. So I've got $500 in the bank, and the placeholders just so that I know that I have that money available, but so I don't have really thick envelopes. So I've got 500 in the bank, 20, 40, 60, 70, 71, so 571 total. All right, and then for extra debt, I'm going to go ahead and put in 200. So 100, 200. Actually, I'm going to, everybody knows I do not like 50s, so I'm going to use those instead. So that's 100, 20, 40, 60, 82. Okay, we'll do it that way. That way my 50s can go back. All right, let's see what I've got. So I've got 100, 50, 200, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 21, 22, and 23. So most of this is going to pay off. Well, okay, so I need to pay off the very remaining amount of my medical debt. So I think that's like 70 something. And then because my car loan, I can't make a direct transfer into that. I have to send it, like, I have to transfer it to my local bank, which is not local to me anymore. It's in my old hometown. So because of that, and because I'm paying off my car loan next, that's where the money is being focused. What I'm going to do is after every cash stuffing or whenever I get money, I'm just going to take that money and put it into the bank and then transfer it, etc., and pay off the vehicle loan throughout the month and not wait until the very end. So that is one change that's going to happen starting this month. So I'm going to leave it in there for now, but after the cash stuffing, I'm going to take that and start working on paying off that car loan. All right, and then let's see, nothing for emergency savings. I'm going to put my normal $40 into this savings. I do that every paycheck, and it's just a really good habit I have started. So I've got 1,500 in the bank, 600, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1,700, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1,800, 20, 40, and 60. So 1,860. All right, and nothing in month ahead, nothing in beach fund. Car insurance, I'm going to start putting in money, and I'm going to put 40 for this cash stuffing. Perfect. All right, let's get into my personal binder. For clothing, I'm going to put 10. So I've got 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, and 99. So almost made that extra 100. All right, fun, I'm going to put in a 10. So now I've got 100, 200, 300, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, and 41. And then travel, I'm going to put in 10. Oops. So I've got 500 in the bank, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 46, and 47. 547. Car registration, I have enough in there for my next year's car registration, so we can skip that. Nothing in holidays, nothing in hobbies. All right. So for my down payment fund, I'm going to put in $300. So 100, 200, 300. So I've got 3,500 in the bank already. 600, 700, 800, 900, 4,000. 4,100, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 80, 85. So $4,385. And then closing costs, I'm going to be putting in 60. So 20, 40, 60. So I've got 500, 600, 700, 20, 40, 60, 88, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. All right. That should be everything in there. Okay, so this is my new binder, and this is my sinking funds binder for my new home that I am purchasing. When I originally started this channel, I had two major goals I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure I'm paying off debt and then also purchase a home. I was planning on purchasing a little bit later on down the road. I will say, like, this came up kind of quickly, but just because of life and I found the right place, I went ahead and decided to go ahead and purchase now. And so I am needing to put some money into different sinking funds. So I should be closing soon. Next month is where you're going to see a lot of budget changes. But for May, because I have 3 paychecks, that's really going to help set me up for the future. But let's get into this binder. Okay, so for this cash stuffing, I'm going to put in 15 for internet. I don't know what it's going to cost me quite yet, but I'm just kind of setting some aside in anticipation of that. So I've got 20, 40, 50, 60, 65. In maintenance, I'm going to put $10 in for this stuffing. So I've got 100, 20, 40, 50, so 150. Home supplies, I'm going to put in 40. Okay. I've got 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. And then home decor, I'm going to put in 40 as well. 10, 20, 30, 40. I've got 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 80. Nothing for garden. And that's everything in there. So the rest of this money should be savings challenge money. And I'm hoping that I did everything correctly and it should be $99. I've got 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, and 99. So I'm just going to tuck that into savings challenges. All right, well, that is everything that I have for you for this cash stuffing. I know this month is going to be a little bit of a transition just because I will have some expenses for the new home. And then we're going to be reworking my budget once again with my new amount. So once I have those numbers figured out, then we'll talk those through. But that's everything I have for you today. If you enjoyed watching this, please do all the things like leave me a comment or question down below and subscribe for more. I'll see you next one. Have a great day.